Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. If you haven't had a chance, just sign up for the Milton Buyer class on the weekend on Saturday at 10 a.m. And some of the stuff we talk about how to get free money from the government to buy your first home. We talk about all the different things that we see at home inspections, things that you want to look out for. We go through zero down financing. We talk about what to look for when you're shopping for a mortgage. We talk about the steps to go through. We break down the hidden costs for you. All kinds of really good stuff. As much information as we can pack into just over 2 hours. And so it's free. There's no cost to come. And all we ask is you bring a food bank donation, because that's really, we were thinking about charging attendance when we first started the classes. And we said, no, let's support an organization that we feel really strongly about. And there's 375,000 people in Ontario that use the food bank regularly. And a lot of people don't know that, but it's definitely something that we need to support. We need to take care of our communities as well. So so just come have some cookies, grab a free manual, and just bring a food bank donation. You'll love the class. Okay, so today's list is 13 properties, maybe not quite as good as yesterday's list. And one of our loyal and astute viewers, Fahab, actually said, you know, something unique about yesterday is that all of the properties had professional photos and they were all presented well. So in addition to being special, unique, and really nice homes, is they also have the other angle is that they are showcasing themselves in the best light. So thanks for pointing that out. Maybe what we're doing is having an effect by pointing out some of the bad photos. Who knows? But I bet you before the year's done is we're going to see a lot more bad photos. So 268 Wilson is at 239.9, and so it's a 3-bedroom and it's a 3-washroom. So you actually have, I think at least 2 full bathrooms in this one, and so kitchen's been renovated. You can see the backsplash here, and you also see it's electric baseboard. It says gas baseboard on this. I don't know if that even exists, so I'm pretty sure it's electric baseboard. And you can see the floors have been updated. And a lot of times with the older homes, if you find that there's been some good work done in the home, is you can find sometimes it's better value than some of the newer stuff, and it still feels very similar inside. So that's this one here. And I believe the parking on this one, it's outdoor parking. And I'm trying to remember if this complex has a pool. It may, I'm not sure. Okay, so excuse me, Holland Heights is the next one, 349. We know it's a smaller townhouse, and so you've got one big room, and then you've got so there's the one big room there, and it could be a living dining if you wanted it to, and then you've got your kitchen just over to the side, and so less than 1,500 square feet, California shutters. Photos are a little bit dark, but I think that it kind of gets the point across, and really if it's a townhouse under 350 freehold, they're probably going to do well anyway, so that one's probably gone. I think that they've got a good little home over there. So Mowat Lane is 379.9, and so this is what we call affectionately the front back house, and it almost looks like that fence has been superimposed. It almost looks like it was cut and pasted into that shot. Have a look and let me know what you think. So 379, that's the back of the house, or the front, who knows? I don't know. That's the thing about these homes, which side's the front. I assume it's Mowat Lane because that's where the address is, but this would back onto Main Street, and so there's a bylaw that says your fence can't be more than like 4 feet high, but you've got 4 lanes of traffic going right behind you on this home. What I always say to people is that you usually get more size for the money, so the value's there for the inside of the home because the location maybe isn't ideal with those cars. And the other advantage with it is that you are a bit closer to the leisure center, the arts center, the library, superstore, GO Train. You can walk to all that stuff. Good floor plan. You've got nice floors in here and a bit of a cutout so that you can access the rest of the house while you're still cooking food or whatever. And that's what it is. So 379.9 is the price on this one. I have seen these guys go for that much, so I think they're probably in an okay place. Prosser Circle is just over 1,700 square feet. Very popular model. It's called the Westgate, and it's built by Mattamy, so 379.9. And inside you've got actually a really good floor plan. So that's your family room, and you've got a dining room on the other side because you come in the side door on this with a corner property. There's your kitchen. Lots of storage here. They've done the moldings there. They've done the backsplash. Probably, I mean, if you're thinking about selling your home, a bit of advice I would give is to take some of the stuff off of the fridge here, take some of the things off the counter. We usually talk about a rule of three, that you don't want more than three things on any surface, and all this stuff here, anything above your fridge, above cabinets, sticks out like a sore thumb. So you want to get rid of that stuff before you're selling. And how you sell your home is different than how you live in a home. Okay, so again, a little bit dark on the photos on this one, but I think that, oh, and the other thing is you gotta flush those toilets when you take those photos. And so overall, I think, it's a really good model, and I've seen these guys, like these models, sell for even more than this price here. So I think they're gonna be okay too. So Kennedy Circle is at 384.9. Whenever we see this date here on May 9th, as we know that it's an important day, they probably, committed to another option, another home. And so if they get that date, they may help out maybe in some other area of negotiation. So Kennedy Circle, it's about 1,800 square feet. It's a townhouse. Really, with this, as you're close to the metro, you're basically facing a plaza. So that can have its pros and cons as well. Beyond there, I really don't know much about it. It looks like there's some hardwood in the home, including possibly some on the second floor. Irving Terrace. So they call this Springdale. It's actually called a Spring Ridge, and it's a 4-bedroom. So that means it's 1,800 square feet. It's a semi, and they put it at $399, which again, it could go either way. We see some of these models sell for a bit less, some sell for a bit more, but they're holding back on offers until February 13th, and that can sometimes be a great strategy. It can sometimes really work the other way, and everybody can get scared off. And then we've seen that actually. We had a situation in Toronto. I'll just sort of digress for a bit, but we had a situation where there were 4 offers on a home, and this was a home that was like over $1 million, and we thought we were going to be one of 4, and at the last minute all 3 of them backed out. We dropped our offer by $200,000, and we ended up getting the home. So competition sometimes can scare people away, and it can work both ways. So again, that's one of the risks and rewards. That's one of the things about being in the real estate market in a hot market. And holding back on offers. So anyways, this one's got a good floor plan. The kitchen here, I think they've done a good job at letting you know it's still a pretty good size, because for some reason this kitchen tends to photograph small if you take it from the angle through the door. And they've got, it looks like, a bit of a twist on the traditional green apples. They've got almost like yellow pears there. And there's the kitchen. Open concept, you got gas there. That's your front living dining right here. So that's your front entrance. It's just a small entryway. And so there you go. So there are signs in here that there may be hardwood upstairs. I think these guys are going to do well. They're definitely priced right on the mark. So Cooper is $419. It's a smaller detached home, and I know there's a couple different models. There's the Baker, the Hayden. They're all less than 1,500 square feet, so I know that's definitely the size category for this, and it's on a big pie-shaped lot. Right on Cooper, you can walk to the splash pad. Hawthorne Village Public School and Guardian Angels are both within walking distance, and so you've got your family room, plus your dining. I think those are just side by side, and then you have your kitchen with the eat-in. And then you go upstairs and you've got your 3 bedrooms, and you also have 2 full bathrooms upstairs. So nice stuff, and that's the lot you get. So this is definitely going to attract attention. I think the photos actually make the home look bigger, and they're going to do pretty well too. I think at $419 they chose a fantastic price. Diamond is at $429. We showcased one, I believe, yesterday or the day before, that was a joined townhome, but it was big and it was beautiful. So this one here, I mean, the green walls probably aren't going to help them. Dark walls tend to really close a room in, and they've got dark furniture as well. So I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. I think the detached homes have reached up to this level, but I don't know if the staging is really going to sort of help them get there. You never know. That's one that could surprise me, and it could look better in person, because sometimes cameras, colors, they pick up differently. When you go there, you actually get a good feeling. So Bond and Crescent is at $449.9, and there are going to be some people that get turned off by the vinyl siding. From an insulation perspective, vinyl and brick are really the same. They have the same properties. Brick is not an insulating material. It's what's behind that counts. But cosmetically, I find some people just aren't into it. So you have a second floor balcony on this one. Great sized bedrooms, a little bit of a beer goggle shot there. Not quite as open concept, but they do have the finished basement. And it says 5 bedrooms on this one here. But you'll notice the 5th bedroom is on the main floor, so I don't know if maybe they closed off like what was supposed to be a dining room or a living room, because the rest of the main floor, there's only family kitchen and breakfast. So something at the front of the house, I have a feeling they closed off and made a 5th bedroom, which to me kind of feels like cheating. So assume this one's a 4 bedroom instead of a 5. Chandler Crescent is at 479.8, and so it's 2172 square feet, 4 bedroom. We've got some, like a nice white kitchen, undermount lights, pot lights, and an upgraded countertop. And nice hardwood floors, light. There's nothing dark about this home, which some people like the dark. I really think the lighter showcases the size of a home a lot better. And then so every room feels really open. And you also have a finished basement. So I think the finished basement is going to be the thing that really pushes these guys forward. And I believe this one's linked by the foundation on this side here. So you're basically outside of the house and it's detached. You're not going to hear any sort of noise between walls, but you're a little close to the neighbor here. I mean, I wouldn't want to have a ball go in there. I might not be able to fit inside. So there you go. Diamond $499. It looks like a Spirit Plan 6 to me. You've got your front room plus a dining, and then you've got your family plus the kitchen. And not a ton of upgrades in here. And they've got the mismatched appliances. I like the pendant lights here. Probably not a bad price. The model itself is going to sell. Like it's a good floor plan. If you were willing to invest a little bit of money into this, I think you'd get your money back for it. So nice listing. I think that it could go either way. I think some people might jump at it, or it might just hang around a little bit because of the lack of upgrading. Hoffmans, the last one, $629, and it's a Mannington corner. It says 2,700 square feet. I always thought this one was closer to 28. Great inside. I think the price is bang on. So you've got your separate living, separate dining, family, and then your kitchen. You can see how big your kitchen is. This doesn't really show you very well. That shows you the length of the kitchen. You've got lots of pantry space here. You've got nice fridge depth pantry right there above the cupboard. You've got built-in appliances, hood fan. My favorite part about this home is that you've got 4 bedrooms upstairs, and then you've got this room in between there, and that's what this one is. And it's kind of like a video game room. It can be a little exercise room. It's a really nice flex space that you can use for a lot of stuff, a home office. And I think if somebody sees this and they've got a couple kids, maybe even older kids, this is awesome. Okay, so this has sold this home. I know in the past I've had clients that have said, wow, that's the best part about this home. And then on top of that, we have a finished basement too, which definitely pushes it up. I think this is probably the best value in that sort of $6 to $640 range right now. And it's a good looking listing. So they're looking for a June possession. And I think this one totally brings it all together. It's just down the street from the BD Library. It's in a great spot. So anyhow, the California Shutters, it's a great listing. Okay, so give us a call if you want to see anything. Sign up for the buyer class, and we'll see you tomorrow with more Milton Daily Homes.